Good morning. Good morning. I see his family in the house right now. We're going to give folks about 2 minutes to get their lives together and come on live. Good morning, leadership.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Mrs. Dr. Rocky D. Delois D. Marsh.
Good morning.
I'm gonna give everybody about maybe 1 more minute, and we're gonna go ahead and get started again, being mindful of everyone's time. We are live streaming on the River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce YouTube channel, and also I have shared the stream on social media, Facebook. So for those who may miss or missing, if y'all mind sharing the love and letting them know we're live streaming on YouTube as well. Good morning. Good morning. All right, I see people jumping on now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with things. Good morning, everyone. My name is Stephanie Quinones, your River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce president. I'd like to say welcome to our Thursday talk. So we're going to go ahead and get things started with our VP of Business Affairs, Mr. Monte Boynton. Monte, take it away.
Good morning, River Valley. Good morning, millionaires, not just millionaires financially, but millionaires in your mindset as well. Welcome to the business tip of the day. Again, I am the VP of Business Affairs, Monte Boynton. I got 2 tips for you guys today. One is in regards to Muskogee County businesses. So if you operate a business in Muskogee County, Columbus, Georgia, your business license renewal is due by April the 1st. Okay, so that's April 1st. So to avoid any late fees, any compliance issues by not renewing your business license, please check with the Columbus Consolidated Government for renewal details and any required documentation. They normally send that information out to you like in February. It should be like a large package that you received with a blue note in it. That makes sure that you guys know exactly what it is. It's going to ask for your gross income and then your actual income. You'll complete that and then renew your business license as well as paying your business taxes as well. All right. The second tip of the day is in regards to student loans, guys. When the COVID relief ended, a lot of people still thought their loans were in forbearance or they were on an income-driven repayment loan. But as you guys, if you may not have known, your president made some changes. So student loans are definitely being affected, which will then impact our credit scores. So our credit scores are attached to our business when we want to go get business funding. So you must please act now on logging into your student loan provider, your service provider, and put your student loans either into deferment or to an income-driven repayment loan. Any option they have. Now, the thing about student loans is they're very slick. So you don't get 30-day late payment. You don't get a 60-day late payment. They don't start reporting your late payments until it's 90 days past due. If you know anything about repairing credit, if something is 90 days past due, you might as well remove the entire account. So, guys, make sure that you're checking your emails, you're logging into your student loan service provider, making sure that you are putting that loan into, again, to a forbearance or income-driven repayment loan, maybe consolidation before the loan goes into default and before the loan is reported to the credit bureaus as being 90 days past due. Okay, right? So, again, business tip of the day. One was getting your business license renewed for Muskogee County. That is due by April the 1st. Business tip of the day. Number two is checking on your student loans, making sure they are in forbearance or income-driven repayment loan. And just make sure that you're staying proactive and protect your business and financial health. This has been the business tip of the day. I am VP of Business Affairs, Monte Boynton. I'm going to throw it back over here to Madam President.
All right, thank you so much, Monte, for that valuable information. Make sure that you are getting your student loans right. You said forbearance or income-based payback, and the business license through Muskogee County. So make sure you get that taken care of. Also, we're going to have that information in case you missed it, located on our social media page on Facebook, on the River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce page. So make sure you follow there if you missed any point of that information, or you can make sure to watch the playback on our YouTube channel. Now I'm going to turn things over to our VP of Member Engagement and Experience. We got a lot going on coming up in the next month or so. Very excited about some of the things we've been working on for you as the chamber. So I'm going to turn things over to Dr. Rocky Marsh. Rocky?
And thank you, Madam President. Good morning, everyone in the River Valley. You are right, Madam President. We do have a lot going on. And I want to direct everyone who is joining us right now into our chat. If you are watching us on the playback, perhaps we can get some of these flyers and information included in the playback. For right now, the main thing I want everyone to know is that we are establishing a new directory of Black-owned businesses here in Columbus, Georgia, and the surrounding area. It is called the River Valley Black Business Directory. So we are asking everyone for Black-owned businesses to register your business by simply going to on Eventbrite, River Valley BOB 2025. That's on Eventbrite, River Valley BOB 25. This is a free registration, and what we are doing, we are collecting all of the Black-owned businesses for a large-scale dissemination and promotion in the month of June, and specifically on Juneteenth. So if you will be so kind, we have, in the first day that we launched, we've already had between 50 and 65 just off word of mouth. So the flyer is in the chat. The website is on Eventbrite, River Valley BOB 25. And so be looking out for that. Now, let's get into our special guest today. This is Women's History Month, where we highlight and recognize all of our working women, all of our Black-owned businesses by women, and just accomplishments of women altogether. And I can think of no other special guest to have on than someone very familiar with. You all know her as Mrs. Dolores D. Marsh. I know her as Mrs. Marsh, but Mrs. Marsh is joining us today, and she's going to be sharing some very important information as her job in her capacity as the airport commissioner. So, Mrs. Marsh, are you on? Let me make sure that she is on.
I'm here.
All right, Ms. Marsh, thank you for joining us today, as if I don't have to say that already. Listen, one thing that I want our guests to know that I have a past military experience in aviation, and my wife, Mrs. D, has a background in the military as well, retired. So it's kind of cool that she holds a position in the community at our very own airport. But not a lot of people know that we have our own airport and what all that offers. So thank you for coming on. What is something that we can talk about for the Columbus airport?
Yes, so thank you all for having me. And I'm honored to be here. I'm excited to be here. I love what you all do in the community, and every chance I get to talk about the River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce, I find myself doing so. So thank you for that. Now, when it regards to the airport and the Columbus airport specifically, I would love for all of us to know you can use your airport and you should use your airport with increase in usage of the airport, we get additional lines, airlines at the airport. We get additional bonuses or venues that we can use, and we can just enjoy our community. You can rent space at the airport, which will be there next week. And the flightways, that is where private, planes and passengers go through. So that would be super cool for us to see that. More importantly, your airport is a resource for you and the community. We do have cargo. We service a lot of the soldiers on base. We service, of course, private airlines as well. So whatever you need from your airport, I would say just reach out or go and see the airport yourself. You can always call for a tour. And something super cool that Dr. Rocky and I spoke about is the last Saturday every month. Kids can go to the airport. Of course, parents bring the kids, but you can go to the airport and they can have a free flight. So they will get on a plane, they'll take them up and they'll bring them back down, all for free, to give our youth an experience like none other that they may not have known about. And I really encourage us, us to take our folks out there, take our youth out there, even if you don't have children, let somebody know who does, that they can do that is a resource. And it is a first come, first serve basis. So there isn't a wait list for, you to go ahead and register for. It's fair and equitable. Bring your kids out there and they'll get on a flight.
Well, Ms. D, hey, so one thing the cool about it is use the term that we're very familiar with as far as using our resources. You either use it or you lose it. And we know that very well from our military experiences. So for the general public, make sure to look into what the airport may offer that you may need and make sure that you're using that resource. And as Ms. D said, we are holding our next mixer next Thursday at the Flightways Airport, at the terminal, Thursday at 6 p.m. So it's adjacent to the main terminal. So when you drive up, when you look at the main airport, main terminal, you need to look to the right. And there you will see this building, the Flightways. Free entry. We are doing catering by Chef E and featuring a tour from our very own Airport Commissioner, Mrs. Dolores D. Marsh. D, thank you for joining us today. Any parting words for our viewers before we move on?
Yes, if I may. So this is Women's History Month, and we've been following along in that theme. And there are 3 points I would like to make on this call. So as a Black woman in business, that is such a powerful phrase. As a Black woman in business, there are 3 things that we can do. Embrace your uniqueness as a superpower. Notice this, I am the first Black woman commissioner to sit on the Columbus Airport Commission. As we can see, I do have locks in my hair. My skin is a beautiful shade of brown, okay? When I go into that room, that's unique because no one else looks like me. And when I was younger, I may have thought that as a hindrance to somebody maybe hearing me, to someone maybe respecting me, to someone maybe even taking what I have to say at value. But guess what? It is my unique superpower. So I go into those rooms with my locks and my beautiful shade of brown, and I speak boldly and I speak proudly. and I am heard. Okay. I'm heard because I hear myself. Number two is value collaboration over competition. When it comes to us being Black women in business, oftentimes, and the narrative out there will want you to think, will want you to see that we don't collaborate. But I tell you this, we do collaborate. It's nothing I enjoy more than lifting up another woman of color doing her thing in her own way. It doesn't have to look like me, in the way I do things for me to enjoy or to celebrate her. So collaboration over competition. And lastly, think about your legacy over your limitation. What we do today shouldn't just be for today. It should be for tomorrow and tomorrow's tomorrow. So that is what I leave for you. One, embrace your uniqueness as a superpower. Two, collaborate over competition. And lastly, think about your legacy over your limitation. Thank y'all.
Well, we thank you and your beautiful shade of brown for today. And thank you, Ms. D. Listen, I know people sometimes they all giving you the amens and the claps and whatever. So I'm going to ask if you could go on mute, check out the chat. If you have a question for Mrs. D about Women's History Month, about the Columbus Airport, or anything related to the airport, please head on over to the chat, ask a question, and Ms. D will stay on for just a bit to answer some of your questions. Now, let's move on. I'm looking for see if Miss Rhonda Brown was on to give our segment of what's happening in Columbus today. I do not see her. Madam President, do you see her? I don't. So if not, what I would like to do is go over a few events that we have coming up. Let me see. If you head on over to the chat, there is a $500 grant opportunity from one of our business members. The John Bubba Leonard Foundation is giving a small business grant. Okay, you must apply by May the 3rd. That's your QR code to go and apply. But we will try to get more information and plaster that on our Facebook page for your viewership. Let me see. Also, what we have going on, I believe we have, Madam President, do you have the other flyer that we can flash? I think this weekend. All right, we are approaching up on, this is Women's History Month, but then very quickly we'll be in the month of June, and to celebrate Juneteenth. Two things that I would bring to your attention is on June the 19th, River Valley will be holding its Juneteenth mixer at the Civic Center at 6 o'clock. What's significant about this day is we're going to take all of these businesses that we have collected, all of our registered businesses, and highlight them in a Black-owned business mixer highlight. Very excited about that. We plan to kind of make that a big thing. So please make plans to attend. Also in June, we will be taking part in the inaugural Miss Juneteenth pageant. And if you have a high schooler or middle schooler who is interested in participating, I invite you to this Saturday to the Mildred L. Terry Library at 11 a.m., where we will lead the informational to get more information, ask your questions, and determine if you are interested in participating in this year's first event. There is a community event, a community forum that's been held this afternoon, I believe at 5:30. So if you want to get involved in your community and learn what's currently going on, I invite you to this town hall that'll be happening this evening at the Greater Shady Grove Baptist Church. The flyer is on your screen. Thank you, Madam President. But look up Greater Shady Grove Missionary Baptist Church, where you can see this flyer and make plans to attend if you are available. All right, that is all that we have right now. I do want to leave you with this one last note. We are going to host our first annual business meeting on May the 1st. But leading up to that, we're holding our first new business orientation for our new businesses that are coming into town, new businesses that are forming, and for our current and existing members, we're going to be holding a resource fair week at the Columbus Library. And we have a full packed schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This is soon forthcoming. The coordination has been laid. We only need to give you the artwork and the information flyer so that you can make plans to attend. But we are looking forward to some great things, and we plan to introduce some new businesses, some new team members, and a very new entity that is going to be of great assistance to the mission of the River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce. My name is Dr. Rocky R. Marsh, your Vice President of Membership Engagement, and I thank you for joining us today. Back to you, Madam President.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Rocky. We have a lot going on coming up, and super excited. Rocky kind of hinted to it. We got some things going on, and a new entity that we will be announcing at that event in May. Guys, it's been a long journey and very moment of transparency for me. It's been a long journey getting up to this point. So for those of you who have been with the River Valley from August 2021 to right now, the weight and the work and the community has not been in vain. The relationship that you have had with the chamber is not in vain. Thank you for sticking out with us. And then now I'm gonna pivot back to Mrs. Delois D. Marsh. You done got me all hyped. I'm gonna go get me some locks and take them up to the 17th floor at the tower and be my unique self. Thank you, ma'am. Like, if I put a heart in the chat, if she got y'all amped up. I love the collaboration over a competition. I have been a huge proponent of that. Whatever your field is in, there's always a way to work together. Y'all see Miss D up there looking real classy, but she gave me some side eyes when she came and she supported me in my business. So again, that was very inspiring, D. So thank you so much. I can't wait to hear you at the mixer next week. And when she tells you this, when I tell you this woman, like, she see me out in public, like, it is nothing like getting a compliment from another Black woman. I'm sorry. It just do something for your day. It just make you stand up a little tall, like, yes. I mean, it's okay to get it from my husband, you know, I like it, but to get it from another Black female, it's very empowering. So we just need to do that, instill that into not just us, but in our younger generation. They really need it. So thank you, Dee, for getting me all amped up this morning. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone who has joined us this morning. Again, your patience with us with the chamber is not in vain. We have some amazing things coming for the chamber. So like Rocky mentioned, the entity that we are going to be announcing in the next couple of months, it is a passion. Understand, these are all of our executive leadership that is on the chamber. This is a volunteer thing. We don't get paid. Those bigger chambers, like in Atlanta, the larger metropolitan cities, this is their job. So for us, this is a volunteer effort on top of whatever 9 to 5 we might have, on top of whatever business we might have. So this is a labor of love for us. So we want to give back, and we appreciate you supporting us. With that being said, I don't normally talk this much. Normally I'd be ready to cut this thing off. But again, Dee got me hyped up this morning. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you follow the River Valley Black Chamber of Commerce page. Make sure if you missed the first part of the call this morning, go back to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and get inspired by Mrs. D. Delois Rocky Marsh. Okay. You guys have a great day. Thank you for joining. Be empowered. Go out and do something for the community. Have a great day.